Okay, so in this video, what we're going to have a look at is part 3 of the C1 Advanced exam by Cambridge, where you have, again, a short text with 8 gaps. In this exercise, it's not exactly the same, which can be problematic sometimes on ESLLounge.com, but it's very good practice. So we've got 8 sentences with 8 gaps. They're separate sentences, nothing to do with one another. They give you the root word, essentially. So they give you a word, and it's going to be a word that's derived from that one that you need to use to complete the sentence, right? So let's just go for it. So, number 1. What does it say in number 1? It says, many people often make a between London and New York. Well, this is a classic compare, because everybody tends to go with comparation. I know, because in Spanish, obviously, it's comparación, so usually that translates to shun, no? But no, it's comparison. Yeah, so people make a comparison between London and New York, and why the hell wouldn't they? I mean, they're both big mega cities. They've both got spiking crime levels. Not the same. London, they're more about stabbings, and in New York, probably more to do with shooters, guns. No, but all of that aside, yeah, I guess they're big cosmopolitan English-speaking cities, right? So why not make a comparison? Hey, there you go. 2. This book as a series of lectures about shipwrecks, which were given 2 decades ago. Right, so I guess this book started out as a series of lectures, right? Something like that. So I think this book originated as a series of lectures about shipwrecks. No? Would that be right? Yeah. Yeah, it looks fairly good to me. Originated as a series. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look at number 3 then. There are power stations across Europe that use the day rise and fall of the ocean tides, right? So this is something that happens every day. The tides rise and fall. We have high tide and low tide. They use the daily rise and fall. So this is obviously a word that people misspell a lot, which is, I think, is the only reason that it comes up so often, even at C2 level, but loads at B2 and C1 level. This is how you spell it. So a bit of a strange one, but it shouldn't cause you too many problems. I assume you've seen it. If you're at C1 level, you'll have seen this word umpteen times. So 4, if you weren't so critic of Ben, he'd be happier to spend time with you. So if you criticize someone a lot, or you criticize something a lot, you can be said to be critical of that person or of that thing. So if you weren't so critical of Ben. So we're halfway through this exercise now. Let's have a look at number 5. Don't you find it how Jeremy always comes to work looking so untidy? Intrigue. I suppose, yeah, do you find it interesting? Do you find it intriguing? So yeah, that looks pretty good to me. Again, really, I think a word that just confuses people with the spelling sometimes. Okay, 6. Doctors say a glass of warm milk before bedtime can result in a more rest night's sleep. I feel like I've seen this sentence somewhere before. Now, I can't decide whether, and I've definitely seen this sentence somewhere before. What do doctors say? Doctors say, because I guess people in general think that it would result in a more peaceful night's sleep, no more restful night's sleep. But maybe doctors are saying the opposite, that actually a glass of warm milk, I would like the word actually, and this is the problem when these sentences are taken out of the context of the short text, no? Because we're not sure if this is contradicting something that has already been said, like contrary to what people believe. Experts disagree. Doctors say that a glass of milk can result in a more restless night's sleep is what I'm going to go for, I think. Yeah, so restless meaning that you get no rest, obviously. You're feeling agitated and unable to sleep. Okay, let's have a look at number 7. Tim-Berners Lee has received many awards as the inventor of the World Wide Web. Well, I suppose as the creator, no? As the inventor of the World Wide Web. I suppose again here spelling could be a problem, as people will tend to doubt whether it's O-R or E-R. Obviously, I don't know, I think if you're a Romance language, again, if you speak Spanish, I suppose, it's easy because it's written exactly the same. But there you go. Okay, 8 then. Number 8, it says, on the final day, we visited the Majesty Victoria Falls and then flew home. Well, how were they? They were absolutely amazing. They were majestic. The Majestic Victoria Falls. Where's that? In Zimbabwe, I think. Probably might be bordering other countries. I don't know. Okay. Let's see how many I got right. I think I got all of these right, to be honest. Restful. There you go. I've had that error before. Obviously, restful and restless are antonyms. So doctors say that drinking warm milk can... The doctors say that? Really? I would have thought it's like, obviously it does. We all know it does. But it's one of those typical things, where you think something is true and doctors or experts come out and say, well, actually people have died from drinking milk. Hedgehogs die from drinking milk. Well, I've been giving hedgehogs milk all my damn life. I don't know when they die, because, they're going to die soon crossing the road, aren't they? Give them a bit of milk. They seem to like it, liven their life up a little bit. Let them live. Won't you let them live, RSPCA? Anyway, we're done, I think, for today. Goodbye.